And thanks for joining us. Carol is off tonight.
We're going to begin tonight with a discussion about the growing problem of gun violence in Milwaukee. Wednesday night, as you know, 2 children were shot while riding in a van on Milwaukee's north side in this neighborhood. 13 children under the age of 14 have been shot in Milwaukee so far this year.
And yesterday, Police Chief Ed Flynn, Mayor Tom Barrett, and Pastor Darius Butler lashed out at the people using guns to settle arguments, wounding innocent children in the process.
Pastor Butler of Tabernacle Community Baptist Church has been kind enough to join us in the studio this evening. Thanks so much for coming in, Pastor.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. What do you see as the root cause of this violence?
Well, what we have is the coming together of several social issues that create a culture of violence. You consider 40 years ago, Milwaukee ranked atop of the nation in terms of employment for black males, 16 to 64. Today, the city now ranks at the bottom. So there's an issue of joblessness, unemployment that is pervasive among inner city communities that we have to address and respond to. Once we have our citizens who are actively employed and providing for their families, there's a sense of fruitfulness, there's a sense of productivity that they can offer. Then we have to talk about how do we return to good values as it relates to the decency of human life, holding those things sacred again, committing ourselves to a larger cause than ourselves, and being active about caring for one another. So when we return to those kinds of values, I think we can begin to stem the challenge we have.
A lot of people are coming together on this. You have police stepping up patrols. You have Mayor Barrett calling for an end to the violence. Pastors such as yourself using the pulpit to get the word out and encourage people, drive the message home. Have you given up hope yet, or is there an answer to solving this?
My faith tells us that there can be a brighter day. We believe that we have to be 2 things: enraged and engaged. And so our message is about affirming the basic rights for all of us to live, to have safety, to have security, to have the quality life. And in many ways that's expressed as the American dream, but it is a value that comes inherent with our own humanity. And so those of us who are on the front lines, who are ministering to families in crisis, who have to officiate the funerals of victims of violence, there are times when despair visits us. But because we believe that our work has eternal value, because we believe that our commitment is to the greatest power on earth, we continue to work even amid these trying and challenging times.
Very difficult. You know, we've heard the mayor and the chief call for people who are aware of men with guns and committing these crimes to call in and notify police, and neighbors, understandably in many cases, are afraid because of the potential for retaliation.
Yes.
What can they do given those circumstances? Well,
the chief and the rank and file of the police department have done extraordinarily well in reaching out to the community and trying to be partners in solving this crisis. This is going to take more than just good policing and good strategy of law enforcement. It's going to take people of goodwill, of decency, of good conscience, deciding that we are going to take our city back one street at a time, one neighborhood at a time, one community at a time.
And there are a lot of brave people out there willing to do that.
Yes.
Pastor Butler, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your perspective. We appreciate it. We do have more information about Pastor Butler and his church on our website, tmj4.com/Wisconsin Tonight.